Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Pokemon BATAW. Folks, Pokemon Home is now compatible with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and that means that I can fight with a variety of Pokemon that were previously inaccessible. So I went ahead and made a team of previously inaccessible Pokemon, plus Breloom and Gogoat, and I intend to look for a random opponent using this link battle format so that I can try to do a 6-on-6 single battle, and I hope to utilize each of the Pokemon this time, because in the previous recording that I did, I got to do a battle, and I won, but I kind of swept my opponent with Delphox, so I'm hoping that this time around I can actually use all 6 of my Pokemon, or at least different Pokemon than before. Point being, I just want to dive straight into a battle today, and we've got an opponent known as Hage, and this time I'm choosing the rules. Ooh, among the various rule sets for battle, there's a particularly unique set known as the GS Cup rules. When you see these rules on offer, know that they allow you to battle with some special Pokemon on your battle team. Okay, well, we'll worry about that a different time. I can always look back over the footage to see what that says specifically, but I just want a 6-on-6 single battle, and with this rule set, all of our Pokemon will be set to level 50, so none of us should have any sort of level advantage, and I'm battling with the same team that I used in the previous video. Delphox, Hisui-Arcanine, Hisui-Zoroark, and Hisui-Goodra were only accessible thanks to Pokemon Home, and Gogoat and Breloom were chosen because I can use them in this game, but I cannot compete with them in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Anyway, I'm basically going to do the same strategy that I did in the previous video, where I'm going to start with Zoroark, and then the rest of the order doesn't really matter except for the Pokemon that's in the back. And do I want Breloom in the back? Because switching into Breloom is something I might wind up doing anyway. Well, whatever. We'll have it as Breloom at the start. And if he starts with his own Breloom, that'll be perfect for me, because I can trick a Choice Scarf onto it, and then it'll be locked into one move for the rest of the battle. So if it wants to use Spore, great. It's going to use Spore for the rest of the battle. It is worrisome that he has his own Breloom, because it means he might know my own strategies with my own Breloom, but it also means that, hey, I'm using a Pokemon that can be fairly reliable. All right. Back to school, starting off with Hippowdon. Yeah, I think I know exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna try and set up some Stealth Rocks, and that means he's a prime victim for this trick. So, we're gonna go ahead and trick a Choice Scarf onto him, and if he is going for Stealth Rock, which I suspect he is, he'll be stuck using Stealth Rock unless he switches out. So, there's the trick. Boom, 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 boom. Great, yeah, the Sandstorm going off. I mean, it's not great for me, but it doesn't matter too much. I don't have any Pokemon on my team that are holding Focus Sashes. There's the Stealth Rock, so that'll make it so that anytime I switch out, I'll take damage. Not a super big deal. My team is fairly defensive. It's supposed to put pressure on me switching out, but I'm not worried. Speaking of switching out, he is gonna switch out. What do I think he's gonna go to? I think he's gonna go to one of his Paradox Pokemon here, the Salamence one, the Delibird one, or the Volcarona one. I don't think he's gonna go to Mimikyu or Breloom. So, I think it's in my best interest to actually switch over to Hisui-Goodra, who is a Dragon Steel type and will resist pretty much all the types of the Pokemon that he's about to send out. So here's the Goodra. All right, and then okay, yeah, I take damage from the Stealth Rocks, and then he switches out. Yes, there's no point for him to stay in. Man, Hisui-Goodra is big. Just totally takes up the left side of the screen. Okay, he did go to Breloom. Now, while Hisui-Goodra can have Sap Sipper, that is actually not the ability that I chose. I opted to go for Gooey instead. And if he's playing this Breloom anything like I play my Breloom, he's probably gonna go straight for Spore and try to put me to sleep. And the way to counteract that is with a Grass-type Pokemon, because Grass-type Pokemon aren't affected by Powder moves. Alternatively, if he's going to set up this turn, say with Substitute or something, it would be I'll just go to Gogoat. Let's not overthink this. There we go. So if you're going for Spore, I can take it, and then we're gonna see what type of Breloom you are in just a second. So, yep, Stealth Rock. Okay, Mach Punch. It is good that I switched. Ooh, that did a lot more than I thought, though. That did 112 or so? Or I took damage from the Stealth Rock. Let's see. Best not to take my chances. What I think I should do instead, because he's probably gonna go for Mach Punch again, is I'll switch over to the Zoroark, or he might even switch. He might realize there's he's either gonna Mach Punch or he's gonna switch. He has no reason to use Spore or Leech Seed or anything, because it won't affect Gogoat. So in the off chance that he goes for Mach Punch again, I shouldn't say in the off chance, in the probable chance that he switches, or that he goes to Mach Punch again, I'll send in Zoroark. So boom, don't care about the Stealth Rocks right now. That's not a concern. Going for Mach Punch, Hisui-Zoroark is great typing, so I am actually immune to fighting moves. He might pick up on the fact that this is Zoroark and might go for Spore right now. Doesn't really matter to me because I'm gonna outspeed it. So I got that flamethrower on deck. Here we go. Boom, baby. You ever seen a Breloom use flamethrower? Well, you're seeing it now. Goodbye, opposing Breloom. Now, I still have to deal with 3 Paradox Pokemon, but I gotta admit that Breloom was a big concern of mine. Breloom can set up for just like a win condition. Breloom could very well be my win condition if it comes to it, but fortunately I've got a team that I think should be able to work. And with 1 Pokemon of his down and with a Hippowdon holding a Choice Scarf, things are looking okay right now. Is that Hippowdon again? It is. Okay, now Hippowdon is normally very, very slow, so even with the Choice Scarf, I should be able to outspeed it with pretty much anything on my team. And I predict, let's see, he's clearly going to go for an attack, right? I mean, there's no real reason he would want to set up the Sandstream again. I have no reason to keep Zoroark in though. So I'll switch over to my own Breloom because I predict he's probably going to go for Earthquake or some ground move. Maybe he's going to go for Bulldoze or something. But I predict he's going to use a ground move, which means Breloom, being a grass type, she should resist it. Whirlwind, really? That's interesting. But you realize you're stuck using Whirlwind, right? I guess maybe he thought I was gonna set up with a substitute and that's why he wanted to use Whirlwind. All right, well, Hisui and Goodra is out, so she's not affected by the Sandstream, and you're stuck using Whirlwind, so I may as, you're probably gonna switch, right? So, what do I think you're gonna switch to? Probably the Delibird, right? So maybe I should go for, I know it's not Delibird, it's the Paradox Pokemon. Iron Bundle, I think is what it's called. I'm still trying to learn all their names. Chilling Water then, in case maybe you go over to Salamence. You didn't switch. Why didn't you switch? You just want to keep using Whirlwind? Oh! I know the strat. I know exactly what he's doing. Because he has the Stealth Rock set up, he's hoping he can just spam Whirlwind and cause me to lose from chip damage. All right, well, oh yeah, that'll actually deal some decent damage to the Delphox. All right, well then here's what I have in mind. There's no point in me using Roleplay, and Calm Mind isn't going to benefit me super well because everything else on his team will outspeed me and he can switch over to that Salamence. All right, here's the strat then. If he's just gonna keep spamming Whirlwind and relying on the chip damage from the Stealth Rocks to take me out, I'll play his game. I'm gonna make him lose by letting this happen. Allow me to explain. I can go for Flamethrower now. I'm hoping this doesn't KO. Okay, great. Burn? No, that's okay though. All right, Whirlwind. Yeah, Whirlwind always goes last. It is reverse priority. Like moves like Extreme Speed and Sucker Punch have priority to always go first. Whirlwind has reverse priority to always go last. There we go, straight into Breloom. That's exactly what I wanted. Because now, because I know he's gonna go last or that he's gonna switch, I can go ahead and use Spore and set up on him and be good to go. And there we go, and now my Toxic Orb activates, so I'll actually restore HP going forward. All right, may as well go for Spore. There's nothing he can do about it at this point. I know the rest of his team, and I know that this Hippowdon is holding a Choice Scarf. Boom. So now you shall be asleep for at least 2 turns. Great. And then I'll take damage from the Sandstream. That's not too big a deal because I'll restore whatever damage that the Sandstream does. This is exactly what I wanted. I just needed to wait for him to Whirlwind me into Breloom. All right. Then, the next strategy, because I know you're going to be asleep for another turn, I'm going to go ahead and substitute. You are still not switching out. I understand, because you're going to use Whirlwind and it's going to go ahead and knock away my substitute, but it made the most sense for me to go ahead and set up a substitute in case you switched anyway. Sandstorm's gone, so now I'll only be restoring health. There we go. That restores 20 HP after every turn. And then I'm going to go ahead and go for Bolt. You are still not switching out. I can't say that I blame you because you know you're going to use Whirlwind and you're going to get rid of my substitute. I'm just trying to predict a switch. Okay, he wakes up. Here comes Whirlwind. That's fine. I've already restored the health that was taken away from me from the Stealth Rock, although I did use Substitute, so I actually had a net loss for having Breloom in, but that's fine. If he's just gonna keep using Whirlwind, I will let him keep using Whirlwind until he either runs out of power points for the move, or PP for the move, or until Breloom comes back in. So, yeah, I don't want to KO it. I want to leave it alone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch over to Goodra, and then he has a 1 in 6 chance of causing Breloom to come out, because when he uses Whirlwind, it's random. No. A 1 in 5 chance, because it has to be any Pokemon other than the one that's currently on the field, right? So you have a 20% chance of summoning Breloom. Come on, Breloom. And then we'll go through the whole cycle again. We'll put him to sleep, we'll set up a substitute, and then we'll bulldoze him out. No point in using Leech Seed on him at this point, because I want to take him out manually while I still have a substitute up. Okay, we got Gogoat. That's fine, because Gogoat it actually is a Pokemon on my team that has leftovers, so he's going to heal off whatever the Stealth Rocks just did anyway. But also, this Gogoat here knows Milk Drink, so I can restore health anyway. So, there we go. Boom. Alright. And then a 1 in 5 chance of going back to Breloom. Here we go. That's fine. And then on those 1 or 2 turns where you were asleep, you did not reduce the PP of using Whirlwind, because when you're asleep, you're technically not using a move unless you're using Sleep Talk. All right, Arcanine's out. Leave us alone. Let's see. Well, the Intimidate's going. All right, come on. Let's not damage it. It's tempting in case he just suddenly decides to switch to another Pokemon, and if that's the case, we'll go back over to Gogoat, because that way I can utilize Arcanine's Intimidate for later, and Gogoat can heal himself up. So, come on out, Gogoat! All right, well, I wanted a battle where I could utilize each of my Pokemon. I guess that's exactly what I got. All right, 1 in 5, give me Breloom. Give me Breloom, 1 in 5, 1 in 5, 1 in 5. Let's see. It's Goodra, okay. And then I'll switch back over to Gogoat. I'm thinking that's the strategy, because that's all this guy wants to do. This guy's like, all right, you got your Choice Scarf stuck on me? Well, then I'm gonna use it. And I'm like, oh, well, you're just gonna use Whirlwind for the rest of the battle? Well, then I'm gonna use that. All right, do you want me to turn this video into a podcast? Because that's basically what this is. That's basically what's gonna happen. Is this is gonna run to timeout if this keeps up? Unless I roll Breloom. Come on, give me a good roll. Go to Breloom. Go to Breloom. 1 in 5, 1 in 5, 1 in 5. Go to Breloom. Sometimes battles are just like this. That's why there's a chess timer in this game. Here we go. Delphox. Ah, my God. This is the world's luckiest opponent. He woke up from sleep like immediately, and I just can't roll into Gogoat. Please, 1 in 5. 1 in 5. I got Breloom once before. I got it. I just need to get Breloom one more time. All right, here we go. Boom. All right. Come on. 1 in 5, 1 in 5, 1 in 5. It's anything but Gogoat. Come on, give me Breloom. All right. Yay, thank you. All right, now that Breloom is here, no more running. It's time for you to go to sleep, ya hippo. All right, so spore it up, go to sleep. Thank you. All right, and then it's crucial that Breloom has the substitute up for whatever Pokemon comes in next, because whatever Pokemon does come in next is probably going to outspeed my Breloom, and therefore I need the substitute to be able to take a hit, so I have an opportunity to use Spore. All right, so here's the substitute. Great. Oh my God, dude. This is the world's luckiest player. Woke up immediately, and then I just like I can't roll into Breloom. It's gonna be anything but Breloom. Oh my God, dude, really? All right, well, at least I got Gogoat, so I can just use Milk Shrink. That's fine, that's actually the best roll I could have gotten. So, here we go. Fill up with the leftovers, and then we got a Milk Drink coming up. And then how many times can you use Whirlwind? I think it's 32 times. That's obnoxious. All right, well, it's a good thing I've got a fairly defensive team. Boom, baby. There we go. You are relying too heavily on those Stealth Rocks, sir. Can't you clearly tell that I am not bothered by them? Gogoat's healing up, Breloom's healing up, Hisui and Goodra doesn't really care. Come on, give me Breloom, 1 in 5. Delphox cares, Delphox weak to the rock. Actually, you know what? It would be advantageous for Delphox to go down right now. So, let's switch back over to Gogoat. And if Delphox goes down right now, that will increase the odds that Breloom will come out next time he uses Whirlwind. Sorry to have to use you like this, Delphox, but at least in the previous battle, you swept a team. Now I gotta use you kind of as fodder in battle to try and give Breloom a more opportune chance to shine. But all right, here we go. Boom. All right. Yay! Oh no, that's the Zoroark. Frick, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. All right. Well. Do I want to just trick? No, I need him to stick with that. All right. So let's go. Let's switch into Delphox intentionally. Wait for her to faint. And then that way... Oh, actually, this is even better. Once Delphox faints right here, because she's about to from the Stealth Rocks, I can get an immediate switch into Breloom. There we go. Delphox had to fall so that Breloom could run. All right, and then Whirlwind on nothing this turn. Yeah, that's a lot faster. Once again, using your Stealth Rocks against you. All right, here we go then. This is what you want to do. You had plenty of opportunities to switch out. Now it's gonna be too late. If you switch out and I spore something else, you're gonna be in trouble. But I'm hoping you stay in for a turn. There you go. There's the spore. Boom. All right, now I need you to not wake up on the immediate next turn, okay? Give me a turn to set up a substitute and then another turn to strike you down. Boom. Although the problem is, if I use Bulldoze again, that's not gonna KO, is it? I think I need 2 Bulldozes. So if I have to go through this whole cycle again and hope that Breloom gets sent back out, so be it. Here we go. All right, you're asleep, thank goodness. All right, let's get a Bulldoze going. The reason I have Bulldoze instead of a Grass-type move is just because if I fight a Grass-type Pokemon, I'm locked because I can't use Leech Seed or Spore against it. So I've got Bulldoze to deal with that. And I chose Bulldoze in case people ever brought Goldango. That way I'd have a move that can deal damage to it. Because otherwise a lot of people will run Focus Punch. But I thought that was too risky in this metagame. And lowering the opponent's speed is useful as well. All right, let's see if I can get this. Don't wake up, don't wake up. I'm playing with fire here. Oh, he's thinking. He didn't immediately go for Whirlwind. He might even be going for a switch right here. Let's see what he gets. If he wakes up, then I lose this. Well, no, Bulldoze should KO it from here, right? That should be enough. Let's see. Oh, thank goodness. All right, and the substitute is still up, so I should now be able to take on any of the Paradox Pokemon he has. He has 3 Paradox Pokemon and a Mimikyu remaining, right? Secretly hoping he sends in the Mimikyu, actually. Because in theory, I can take out this Mimikyu just by using Spore and Bulldoze a couple of times, but we'll see, we'll see. He might send in Mimikyu. And it's times like these that I'm glad that my Breloom's Terra type is fire, mainly to counter fairy types. There we go. Oh, he sent in the Salamence one, I don't remember what it's called. All right, well, same strategy. He's gonna outspeed, he's going for Dragon Dance, that's smart, all right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and use Spore, and I will still have my substitute up. So that means that I'll be able to go for Leech Seed the next turn. I can't use Bulldoze on you, but the Leech Seed will slowly sap your health each turn. All right, so now you're asleep. There was no doubt in my mind that you were gonna outspeed me from the get-go. Lomberry. That explains why you sent this Pokemon in next. Well, you had so many opportunities to send this Pokemon in, and you just waited for Hippowdon to go down? Whatever. My substitute is still up, and if you think you're going for Whirlwind, and I doubt you are, I don't even know if you can learn that move, you're gonna go last no matter what. And Spore has 100% accuracy, that's why it's such a busted move. Terra Blast? Did you mean to use that? All right, well, it'll probably KO me. Or it'll probably break the sub. All right, and then I'll go ahead and use... It did not break the sub! Why not? Breloom's not that defensive. It takes up 40 HP to build a substitute. You're telling me a +1 Terra Blast from this Paradox Pokemon didn't break the sub? Whatever. You're asleep now, and that's what matters. All right, so now I've got a freebie turn. Thank goodness I lucked out. Okay, now you're terrestrializing. I don't know if you meant to do that on the previous turn, but it doesn't matter now. And then Terra, what is that, Fairy? Yeah, then it would have been super effective, and then it definitely would have busted my sub, but that's fine. Here we go then. All right, so obviously you're still asleep, and then, oh, but now I can use Bulldoze on you because you're not flying type anymore. All right, here we go, boom. And now I'll definitely restore health each turn. Okay, so that's only the first turn where you had these, oh, would you look at that? The time is about to run out, and I've taken down 2 of your Pokemon, right? I took down the Breloom, and I took down your Hippowdon. So because I have more Pokemon remaining, I'll win this. I mean, if my Breloom goes down right now, we'll be at a standstill, and it'll come down to whichever team has more health remaining. So it's crucial that I do this right now. Okay, lower your speed. You did use Dragon Dance, so that'll revert you to neutral speed. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and sap the health. At this point, though, my Gogoat's basically at full health and Breloom's basically at full health. So I can run out the clock at this point. Okay, I had a feeling you were gonna wake up. That's why I went for Spore again. Here's the Terra Blast. This will absolutely break the sub. I reverted your speed to normal, but I didn't change your attack stat back to normal, and this time it's super effective. All right. Broom, you've been crushing it. I mean, it's been helpful thanks to working around the Hippowdon's Whirlwind strategy, and I was only able to do that because Zoroark threw a Choice Scarf onto it from the get-go. All right. So at this point, I could just take a long time to choose my moves and run out the clock this way, but I kind of like seeing the players panic. So let me see what he chooses to do for the last 2 minutes of the battle. I have no reason not to go for Substitute right now. Yes, he is faster, of course. I'll go ahead and set up my Substitute. It takes 40 HP to set it up, but I will restore that HP right now thanks to the Toxic Orb and the Leech Seed, each giving me 20 HP. So there we go. Boom. All right. And it slowly drains away at your health. All right. 148. And then that brings me back to full. Awesome. The only Pokemon on my team that's down is Delphox, and you forfeited. I can't say that I blame you. I cannot say that I blame you. Fighting Breloom is very frustrating. And I know that there might be some people that think, wow, Yoshiller, do you really enjoy playing like that? And no, I don't. But I do admit that there is a level of smugness that I have when I've got my opponents in a lock like that. You tried to use a strategy on me. You were really playing around your Stealth Rocks, and I used it against you. So I feel pretty good about that. And that was a proper battle that utilized this team of Breloom, Delphox, Gogoat, Hisui-Arcanine, Hisui-Zoroark, and Hisui-Goodra. But I think I want to do one more 6v6 before I go ahead and revert to another team. But I'll do that next time. For now, that wraps up this episode of Pokemon BATAW, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh! Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to show your support, the best things you can do are commenting and subscribing. If you want to know when a new video of mine goes out, you can receive a notification by clicking on the bell icon down below by the subscribe button. I also post updates regularly to my Twitter account, @RealYoshiller. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you all in the future. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh!